Hey guys, how you guys doing? It's Coach Henry with Crab Kicker Soccer, bringing to you guys another day of ball skills training. Now today what we're working on is 5 skills, 5 little moves that we can show, that I actually show every single week to players 5 and under, okay? Now these are very simple moves that 3 and 4-year-olds can do, 5 and 6-year-olds can do, and as you get older you can definitely do these moves, okay? So 5 skills that players 5 and under can do, okay? So we're gonna start off nice and simple with the wiggle, okay? The wiggle is just like this. We go up and down just like that, okay? We focus on going forward and backwards. You can tell the kids to go slower. You can also tell them to go a little bit faster. You can ask to see how far they can push the ball out and how close they can bring it in, okay? So we're just going up and down just like this, nice and simple, and make sure, as always, we always switch and do a couple with the other foot just like this, okay? Now a couple players sometimes will go a little fast, they'll lose that ball. That's okay, all right? And whenever we're doing these moves, very important that we talk about what part of the foot we're using, okay? Because it's just a really good point to make. We're using the sole of the foot on this one, okay? Similar to the wiggle, same thing, side to side right here, okay? They're just wiggle side to side here, back and forth, left to right, and again they would do the same thing with their left foot and their right foot, okay? Another variation of this wiggle is that they can do little circles here. I would recommend that they go around one way and then they go around the other way, okay? Now this is something that I wouldn't recommend they do 5 minutes straight, because especially at the younger ages, they get tired, especially with their balance, okay? So maybe do this one at a time, do the up and down, move on to something else, and then do side to side, move on to something else, little circles, and we can go both ways just like that, okay? The very next skill that we're gonna be doing is the karate chop, okay? Now the karate chop looks like this, okay? We're just gonna be pushing the ball, bam, just like that with the inside of the foot, okay? So I want you to repeat that with the other foot. Karate chop like that. And the emphasis is on making the ball go sideways, not forwards, okay? We want to make that ball go sideways like this, okay? So karate chop and karate chop just like that, okay? And let's remember that we want to tell the kids what part of the foot we're using. We're using the inside on this one, okay? So the karate chop, bam. As we get better, right, we can incorporate a little bit of movement, so you can move that ball forward, and as it's moving forward, you chop it to the side like that, okay? So push the ball forward and chop just like that. That is the karate chop. That's the second one, okay, that I show on a daily basis to kids 5 and under, okay? Another really fun one is, and especially I like to incorporate sounds with these, okay, because kids just react to that better. So they say karate chop, you know, when they do that, when we're going up and down, they can say wiggle, 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 okay? The next one is called the ninja cut, okay? Ninja cut looks very similar to the karate chop, but simple, okay? All these moves are very simple, okay? So we just go sideways like this, ching, just like that. That's the ninja cut, okay? All we're doing is using the outside of our foot here to push the ball like that, okay? Now remember that when we show this, a very common mistake is that I'll tell the kids to do the ninja cut here, and they end up doing the karate chop instead, okay? So make sure that if they do that, you say, hey, good karate chop, but let's try to do the ninja cut next time, okay? Using the outside of the foot. A little technique, coaching point that we can talk about is also having the toe down when we do this, okay? Not so much important when they're 3 and 4, right? But as they start to get older, if they're doing really well, then you can just talk about toe down and then ninja cut like that, okay? So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna move on to the next one, okay? The next one is another very simple move, okay? Kids love to do this. It looks like this. Are you ready for it? Back roll like that, okay? So simple, okay? But the kids light up, especially when they do it for their first time, okay? So we're gonna go ahead, put our foot on top again, and remember to mention the last one was the outside. We did the bottom, the inside. Again, we're using the bottom, foot on top here, and roll it back like that, okay? And I even like to do my little thumb like this, just so that the kids know exactly what we're doing. Foot on top and back roll just like that. You can ask them to see how far they can roll it back, and another little variation is you can ask to see if they can do it while the ball's moving, okay? So you ask them to kick the ball, so roll it and back roll while the ball is moving. You give it a little kick and back roll like that, okay? A little bonus one, we could also do the back heel here. Same exact motion, except we're using the back of our foot right here. We're just going boop, like that, a good way to show this is to just tell the kids to just stand in front of the ball like this, and then boop, like that. And again, you guys saw the sound effect I make, because kids like sound effects. They like to do things like that. I go boop, just like that, a little bop on the ball, and the ball goes backwards, okay? So the very last one that we're gonna go ahead and show you guys is the tick-tocks here, okay? Just moving the ball side to side like this. Tick-tock, 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 stop, like that, okay? Very simple move, okay? And we can also ask the kids to move the ball forward just like this. I call this the penguin walk. Can you waddle like a penguin just like this? And you just ask the kids to go side to side with a little bit of movement, okay? So we just went over the wiggle, we did the karate chop, we did the ninja cut, and we did the back roll, okay? And finally, we did the tick-tocks, moving forward. You can ask them, if they're doing really well, then keep on adding things, right? You can ask them to go backwards. That's a little bit more advanced. The insides going forward is a little bit easier, but going backwards, sometimes players are able to do it, especially if they're a little bit advanced there, okay? So just to recap everything that we just taught you guys, wiggle up and down, teaching them that we're using the bottom. That's the part of the foot we're using. You can go side to side here. You can also do little circles going both ways, counterclockwise and clockwise, okay? The next one was the karate chop. Bam, karate chop with the inside, making sure that the ball's not going forward, but it's going sideways like this, karate chop, okay? Third one was the ninja cut, standing next to the ball. Ninja cut, bam, like that. Or you can say, ching, just like that. Any sound effect will work as long as you get the kids going. Ready, bam. And if you can, try to mention that they should have their toe down. But remember, when they're 3 and 4, just get them doing the moves. That's the most important part, okay? The next one was the back roll. So foot on top and roll it back like that. Again, we're using the bottom. You can ask them to do this while the ball is moving. You can run at them and then ask them to back roll it before you kick their ball. And lastly, we did the tick-tock here, side to side, using the insides. First, trying to stay in one place. If you can mention that too. See if they can stay in one place, making sure that the only thing that moves is the ball and that we're not chasing the ball around. And then we can ask them to move around, walk around using the inside like this, waddling like a penguin, just like that. Bam! All right, so those are 5 moves that players that are 5 and under should be able to do. And I see it every single week. Sometimes it takes a little bit of effort. Remember that you should remind the kids that if there's something hard that they can't do, they shouldn't give up. They should just try again, okay? Because the more they try, the better they will get, okay? So I'm Coach Henry, reminding you guys to keep on kicking it. We have summer camps available in July and in August. We also just opened up a 3v3 tournament program where we're going to be coaching 4 Tuesdays, and then leading up to a 3v3 tournament where players are on a team with 3 players, and then it's just like crab kicker style, small fields, lots of touches, lots of playing time. That's the idea, to get them out there playing with some friends, okay? And you guys can register for those at crabkickers.com. Follow us on Facebook and on Instagram, where we're always putting out content and keeping you guys updated with what we're doing. And I think that's about everything, guys. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Adios. Be safe.